Hello and welcome back to Expedition 33. We are going to be changing our entire build this time. Although before we do that, new music? What have we got? Reverence. Or Honeymoon in Lumiere. Let's do Honeymoon in Lumiere. That's not bad. Okay. So, our entire build is going to have to change. Let's think about that. So, where are we going to start? We have to start somewhere. I think we start with Mel. I think Mel is still an absolutely fine single character. The only problem is that her XP is dropping a little bit. But I think as our single character, she makes so much sense. She has a very easy way to go into a very high damage mode, and she can parry in that mode to do pretty much max damage. I think that makes a lot of sense for her to be as a solo character, at least right now. So, with that in mind, let's just see what we've got for her. So, switch to virtual stance on counterattack. 5 burn on counterattack. I mean, that's kind of just perfect for her, right? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just perfect. We can maybe clear these and move them into the Luminous section if we want to. Also, I'm going to change the music. Because now I've recognized the tune, I'm like, it's very good, but let's switch to Reverence. Ooh, okay. Put a bit of a serious tone on our switching Luminous. You know, this one's also too much. Yeah, that is also too much. Our Painted Family? No, actually, let's just do Lumiere. There we go. This is fine. This is nice and kind of calm and plodding. Okay, so how much do these cost? So these all cost 3, right? To equip. So we should almost certainly not have these as the equipped Luminous, right? That just doesn't make any sense. We should have, or equipped Pictos, we should have them as Luminous. Yeah. So, yeah. What would be nice is if you could take off Pictos from here. How much do I need? I need one more. Oh, sorry, no, I don't need one more. I need... Let's see. I have 5 slots remaining. I'm going to need at least another 4. Okay. Let's take off Dodger, because that's not really what we're using her for. So let's take that off. And then a 3. She's not really going to break, but she might, I suppose. Let's take off Energizing Break for now. Okay. So, after this, we're now going to give her Accelerating Last Stand, Protecting Last Stand, and Last Stand Critical. Right? Okay, anything that says Last Stand is what we're giving her here. Okay. Is this still alphabetical? It is. Wonderful. Let's give you that one. Although they don't say Last Stand at the start, which is actually a bigger problem. And then this one's also 3. Protecting Last Stand. Cool. So, where does that leave us? We've got SOS Shell, which might be okay. Solo Fighter is needed. Rewarding Mark. She's never going to hit a mark. So we can actually just remove that one right away. Dead Energy. Realistically, that's not that useful on her. We're not going to bring her in on multiple enemy fights most of the time. Right, let's see what we're going for here then. Accelerating Heal. No. 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 Just seeing what other stuff we have that could be useful. Actually, let's sort by point cost now. Okay. So we're looking for something down here that could be useful. Let's see. They are probably going to be burning a lot. Critical hit on burn actually makes a lot of sense. Then we get 2 singular points. Let's see. Maybe we give her Dead Energy. It's kind of like a free point. It's not that bad. Right. And now we have 3 of these for her. What's combo attack? Base attack has an extra hit. Oh yeah. let's give you that anyway, because I think that you can actually level these. What's energizing parry? An extra AP on successful parry. That must already be equipped, right? Wait, nobody has energizing parry equipped? Okay. Well, you can have it. That's fine. And then after that, I might have unequipped it without actually learning it. Is there a way of saying, like, no, there's no way of saying, like, unluminated or whatever, unmastered. Okay. Shields are kind of interesting, actually, for her. I think that solidifying is actually pretty good. I think having the extra shield when she falls below 50% makes her a lot better against those kind of single big hit enemies. So yeah, I think this is fine. Is there anything else we need to change? No, people suggest I use breaking rules a lot more though. That's probably worth thinking about. Yeah, because it gets rid of all the target shields. That would be useful. We probably don't need guard up, right? Yeah, I mean, if we're not going to actually use her as a like multi-person party person, then let's get rid of guard up. That then means that we have one free slot. Does she have any skills that we can learn? I mean, she probably does, right? Let's see. What have we got? Low single target fire damage. Target becomes weak to fire for 2 turns. Potentially okay. Applies 3 burn. Single target, 2 hits. If you're in defensive stat, it applies 2 more burn per hit. That's interesting. That gives her a way to cycle between burns. Huh. Because she could do Spark, followed by Rain of Fire, followed by Spark, followed by Rain of Fire, and just stay in burn if we wanted to. Consumes 10 burn for increased damage. High fire damage, extreme fire damage. Yeah, it's also been suggested that I get down into the extreme ones. The problem is the AP cost is so high. But yeah, I don't think for her it's that important, really. Reapplies current stance and gives 2 to 4 AP. You know, that one actually honestly sounds pretty good as well. Just a way to stay in the current stance. I think we take this, and then I'm just going to grab stay in current stance, I think. I think that's really good for her. Reduces self health to 1, but refills all AP, switches to Virtuos. No, probably not right now. Reduced AP cost for each attack parried since the last turn. That's a very interesting one, because basically that's a reward for low speed, right? It's a reward for taking turns very kind of separated from each other. Huh. Okay. I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm just going to give her Mezzo Forte. We'll see where that goes. I think for now, she's not the main concern. Like, basically, what we've got going on here is gonna be fine, right? Let's go for... I don't know. Yeah, let's go for this. And you know what? Let's take off this one, because she's never gonna have a marked target in her current state. Let's go for Mezzo Forte. Yeah. So our move will be something like Spark, Swift Stride, Mezzo Forte if we need AP, Fluid for Fury if we have too much, and then Degagement or Degagement if we are looking to cycle some more burn on. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, that seems good. And then this is anti-shield. So that's her pretty much set up. There's nothing we need to worry about with her. She's pretty much done. Okay. The bigger problems. What are we doing with these 3? Okay, we need somewhere to start with this build. What are we thinking of here? Well, let's start with like some simple rules. Maybe we make it a challenge for ourselves. I'm not allowed to use Mark, right? This is our self-imposed challenge. We can always use Mark later if we redo stuff again. But for right now, I'm not allowed to use Mark. So let's just go in here and take off anything that relates to Mark. We're going to go too far in the other direction. Why? If I take off everything that relates to Mark, that basically means that we have to find other solutions. So we're just going to immediately go in here. In fact, you know what? Let's have a look at these. Sort by active. Oh, can't have that. That's mark. You know what? Let's just reset all actually for you. Yeah, you're reset. So no mark. And I'll also reset these as well. Right. Reset those. Reset these. You haven't got anything that synergizes with mark actually, so you're kind of fine, as in like in skills. And then luminous. Take off burning mark. Yeah, let's remove that one. Okay, actually, yeah, again, let's just reset. Why are we not resetting? Here. Clear, clear, clear. In here, reset. And we're going to remove marking shot. So we're not allowed marking shot anymore. It's gone. Okay. So what's our immediate issue? Our immediate issue is somehow gaining AP, right? That's going to be our immediate issue. Does anyone have any skills which work towards us gaining AP? Because if anyone does, that's going to become important. Let's just see what we got. So, you can give 2 AP to an ally, but only if you res. Well, that's not really ideal, right? This one heals. You can also apply regen that heals on turn start. Okay. High earth damage. Lots of break damage. Applies slow. High ice damage to all enemies and heals allies. Alright. On turn start. So that's like a constant. Okay. Interesting. So right now, I don't see anything that gives AP apart from this one, which obviously you don't want to use because that means that something's gone wrong. Okay. Next. Do you have anything that gives AP? It gives powerful. That's not AP. Oh, there we go. Reduces current rank. Gives AP to other allies. Maybe. Okay, this is the only thing we've seen that gives AP currently. Okay. Anything else? How much does it cost, by the way, to use that? 3. Okay. And if you're in C, it gives more AP to other allies. Okay, and I'm assuming that when it says 2 to 4, what it means is 2 if you don't hit the prompts, 4 if you do. Okay, deal low physical damage to a single target and give 1 to 3 AP back. And it costs a lot less AP. Okay, so something like Paradigm Shift and Leadership are pretty good together. Okay. Deal single target medium light damage, 2 hits. Okay. Sets rank to A and refills all AP but sets self-health to 1. No. Okay. I'm looking at this here. That one gives 2 AP if you're an A, which is interesting. So we have 2 ways of gaining AP. This gains AP for Versal. This one gives AP to others. Maybe that's our solution. You, what have we got? I'm only looking for things related to AP right now. Targeted ally plays immediately and gains 4 AP. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Costs a lot of... Yeah, it costs a lot of AP on her. That's not necessarily the end of the world. Okay. Consumes all foretell on a target and gives 1 AP to party member for each foretell consumed. Okay, so if I have better ways of applying foretell, she can also give AP. Ooh, applies shell, powerful, and rush to all allies. Huh. Okay. So there's definitely some ways to give AP here. Okay. Let's first of all go Versal. Let's just put some stuff in here. Let's figure some stuff out. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see how we can spread some AP around. So. What would our turns look like? Well, ideally, most of the time, we'd want to be using Paradigm Shift, right? Ideally. Because it gives AP back. Like, that's our... I've got nothing else to do. Might as well Paradigm Shift. Okay. Do we need Assault 0 with this? Probably not. The reason we don't need Assault 0 is because Leadership is going to lower our rank anyway. So if we're already going to lower our rank, why am I focused? Why do I have abilities that raise my rank? Let's just take Leadership. With that in mind, there is actually something interesting that we can do. Because there is a weapon in here, which... Let's see... Well, I mean, this one is interesting, increasing damage on rank D, so if you keep yourself low rank, then potentially that's very, very good. But rank can't be lower than C is also interesting. So we could leave ourselves down there, and then we can constantly lower our rank, but it can't be lower than C. So we constantly get the bonus from Paradigm Shift. That potentially is really good. Okay, I like that. From Fire. I don't think Thromfire is going to be that important. The reason it's not going to be important is we're not going to be focusing on this kind of burn mark build, so we can get rid of that right now. Berserker Slash. Do we like it? It's quite nice, and when you're in C, it actually does increase damage. Alright. So Berserker Slash is basically, I want to do more damage. So, cycle between these. If I have AP, and my allies have AP, I can Berserker Slash. Okay. Perfect Recovery. Well, when you're in C, it heals you to 100% HP. That's pretty good. This is accidentally being very good. Now, Perfect Break is good. The only problem with Perfect Break is it costs way too much. So I might take it off. Okay. That leaves us with a little bit of an odd spot. Do I want Powerful? Increase the damage to deal for 3 turns. I don't think so. No. So I need 2 abilities, ideally one with a break in it, but a break that's cheaper. Okay, let's have a look. Do I have 2 abilities, one with a break in it and one which is cheaper than 7, right? Extreme light damage can break, it costs 9. Okay, so that's like more expensive. That's the worst way of doing it. Okay. Applies mark. Ooh, no, I can't. I can't do Applies Mark. It's too tempting. Can break. Okay, this only costs 2 and can break. And when it's in C, it does increase damage. That seems perfect. Okay, and it only costs me 8 to get there, and I have enough points. Okay. So we'll grab this one. Grab this one. We'll grab this one. Okay. Let's have a look. So, Verso. You're now going to have, as your break ability, Radiant Slash. Literally all it does is break. It doesn't do anything else, but it breaks. Okay. Purification. Dispels self-status effects and deals damage. We already have Perfect Recovery if we want to do that, so I'm not really a huge fan. Blitz. Deals low single target physical damage to one hit. Plays a second time. Kills non-boss enemies with less than 10% health. It's interesting that it says plays a second time. Does that mean you just get another turn afterwards? Potentially good if you end up with way too much AP? Let's take it. We can at least see how that plays out. This seems pretty good. Yeah, this seems like a solid selection of stuff. Wait, you can go skill tree here? Can you learn skills here? No. Oh, okay. But you can look at the skill tree. That's useful to know. Okay, I think this works. This works as a strategy for him. So he might actually end up doing less damage, but he'll be doing a lot more Berserk strikes, and everything pretty much synergizes with C except for Blitz, which is here purely to say, give me another turn. Okay, that's fine. That works for me. Let's leave him be for now. We'll look at Pictos and Luminas in a minute. Let's now have a look here. So, what do we need on you? I need a way of you staying high AP and Foretell. I need a better way of applying Foretell. I mean, currently our best way of applying Foretell would be Focus Foretell, because I'm not allowed to use the Mark ability, which would apply 5 Foretell. Okay. What better ways do I have of applying Foretell? Well, this one applies 5. Okay. But only if it's 0 Foretell. This one just applies 5 foretell. Okay. Also deals and applies foretell to every other burning enemy. That's interesting. There's something to that. What else have we got? 1 foretell per hit for increased damage. So that's 3 foretell. Okay. Target ally deals double damage for 1 turn. That's using foretell. Okay. Consumes foretell. Applies 10 foretell, but you need to have 9 AP to use it. It's quite a lot, really. Target player plays immediately and gains 4 AP. It's definitely interesting. So this is 2 to 6 hits, uses weapons element, applies 1 foretell per hit. Critical hits apply an additional foretell. So if we're going for a crit build, that'd be great, but she's not really in a crit build right now. I kind of feel like her best one right here is Searing Bond. It's 4 AP, but it would allow her to apply foretell. I'm going to take Searing Bond. I need to be out of thing. Right. Searing Bond. Learn skills. Let's grab ourselves Searing Bond here. There we go. So now we've got that. What else do we need? We need AP. Consumes all foretell on target and gives 1 AP to a party member for each foretell consumed. Or target player gains a bunch of... plays immediately and gains AP. I guess applying more foretell does mean we will have more AP, especially if we switch into Twilight a lot more often. I think that's probably a better way of doing it, actually. I do think that intervention is good. How much we got? That would cost us quite a lot. But we could always intervention into Verso, and Verso could spread AP. Like, there's options there. Or we could give it straight to Lune, or... Yeah, I think I'm going to try this. So let's just get these abilities. There we go. We're just going to buy them. We can always reset the tree. We have 17 recoats, right? Nothing is, like, locked in stone. So, let's back off here. Let's have a look. So, Focused Foretell. We're not interested in Focused Foretell, really. We're more interested in Searing Bond. Rush, I think, tends to not be as good as we want it to be. I also feel like Harvest tends not to be as good as I want it to be. Sealed Fate and Phantom Blade are also pretty good. I don't know whether Sealed Fate is bad, though. Because Sealed Fate is a lot of hits, but it does rely on you critting, which is not guaranteed. Do I like Grim Harvest? I kind of like it for the heal. Also, we got Spectral Sweep. See, this is kind of the same thing as Sealed Fate. It's just the other way around. Intervention? Yeah, I do want Intervention. I think I like Sealed Fate. I think I like it enough to use it. I'm going to put Intervention over here. Okay. Dark Cleansing. Cleanse an ally of their status effects and propagate the target's buff to all allies. No. I feel like I'm happy with Harvest, actually. I think this isn't too bad. I think just applying more Foretell will naturally, and getting into Twilight more deliberately, will naturally just solve our issues. And that only costs 8 between them to do. It's not too bad. In fact, we could always Searing Bond, Intervention, which would then immediately put us into Twilight, and it would give us AP for doing so. So there are options here. I think I'm happy with this. I don't think we need to change things up too much. Now, oh, also weapon. What weapon are we going for? I do like Sun skills always apply Foretell, but all damage is doubled, but it's a little bit risky, obviously. Also, base attack gives 1 moon charge and consumes all Foretell is interesting because base attack applying a moon charge and consuming the Foretell would then give you AP. But anyway, apply mark on consuming Foretell. No, I didn't see that. Base attack gives 1 moon charge. That's what that one is, except it doesn't give you the burn. Okay. can consume 1 moon charge on turn start to recover 20% of an ally's health. Recover 5% health per foretell applied. Healing skills cost less. You don't have healing skills that we want to use. Yeah, I kind of like this one. I'm interested whether... Well, actually, yeah, this one consuming all foretell is interesting. Maybe we take this and we consume all foretell. Increasing damage might not be the end of the world. Let's do that. Some skills always apply 10 foretell then. In which case, why am I using Searing Bond? Why am I not using something better? Like, we could do marking cards. Except I can't. I could use Focus Foretell, which would then apply 10 foretell every time. Yeah. I do quite like this one just for the self-heal as well, though. If we're applying a lot more foretell, that's going to heal 25% health every single time we apply. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the healing skills, but that might actually be pretty good by itself. Okay. For now, anyway. Although we do have Grim Harvest, so actually, why do I do have healing skills? Yeah, that would be pretty good, actually. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no, that's good. I forgot, we have 2 healing skills. We have Harvest and Grim Harvest. Actually, absolutely fine. Okay. Now we have Lune. Now, Lune is a bit more difficult. Because Lune has stains, so we can only do things that make sense with her stains. And we need to work out a stain progression throughout the fight that makes sense. Which is a little bit of a problem. I think Rock Slide was actually doing huge damage for us. Like, that was doing significantly high damage. But you need to have one of everything to do it. Seeing what kind of stuff we have. Obviously, light shards are good for that one of everything. Consumes red to generate 1 light. Okay. Critical hits trigger an additional hit does actually mean that if you focused on crit, which we have, you're almost guaranteed to get even more hits, and it costs almost nothing. And that gives you 2 earth. Is there anything I can do with 2 earth? What does 2 earth do? Is there anything that synergizes off of 2 earth? It's 2 earth, right? Oh, it's 2 lightning. Never mind. I might think it's earth. It's lightning. Okay, 2 lightning. Doesn't change it. I was looking for the right symbol. It was just wrong thing. Consumes that for additional damage. Okay, that uses 2. High earth damage and break damage 5 hits. Alright. This one also uses 2. So we could use this as our main thing. Not care about the red, and then use that to basically just power into these over and over and over again. Duration 3 turns. Huh. That costs 16. Yeah, let's take Electrify. And then I'm going to get these 2 as well. I'm going to go all in on this weird build. Right. Let's have a look. So, Lune? That's the wrong bit. Let's clear all your stuff for now. So, the 1 cost Electrify is really good. Because we have 35% crit, right? Over 3 hits, we should be, like, statistically gonna get a crit. Like, we should be getting an extra hit each time with that. Okay. What's that compared to Thunderfall, by the way? Medium 2 to 6. So, yeah, this is definitely doing a lot less. But it gives us 2 earth. 2 earth? What would we want to do afterwards? You'd probably want to throw in a... well, either Crystal Crush or Terraquake. So let's actually just put these right underneath. So Terraquake. And then probably Crystal Crush afterwards. That's kind of what you're looking to do, right? You're looking to set this up to increase all break damage and then do high break damage. So she's going to be the person using all the AP that we're generating, right? Which is pretty much the case previously, but it's now even more the case. And this is high single target earth, and it's 5 hits. So this could end up doing a ton of damage. Now, these are generating earth and light. Now, earth and light is interesting, because that could allow you to thermal transfer, which is a good way of gaining AP. The only problem is we need a way of applying burning, which might be something like immolation, or it might be something like wildfire. I kind of feel like wildfire is still good enough, right? And I feel like that plus electrify is going to lead you to some good places. I think that that's actually not a bad set of combos, because this one gives you red light, this one consumes red, and light is always useful. So that's good. If I have wildfire, I should have thermal transfer. Because why not, right? It's a free extra turn, and it gives you AP. So then the question comes, what do you do if you're ice? We could wildfire. We got anything else? Healing light is actually pretty good as a single point as well, actually. Rock slide can break. We need a break ability. I think rock slide has to be it then, actually. Yeah, now she's lost healing light. Do we get rid of thermal transfer for healing light? It consumes 2 earth as well. Yes, I think we do. So she has no way of self-generating AP. She is entirely reliant on the rest of the party to generate her AP. Okay. Cool. Weapon. Let's see what we got. I do like some of the consuming light stains, because we'll do a lot of that. Is there anything else that would be good here? Casting a skill increases skill damage of all other elements. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem for us. She doesn't have anything that's like generating or that's benefiting from earth. So actually, I think that this is not a bad one to stay on. Consuming light applies slow. Slow is useful. I kind of think that this is pretty good for now. I think there's better stuff, but I think that's pretty good for now. Okay, let's have a look now at our Pictos. So, let's think about this here for a second. Who needs what? You could well, let's think about our Luminas first, actually. You could benefit from things that benefit from healing, like healing other people. Let's see what we got. Energizing heal. On healing an ally, also gain 2 AP. Yeah, I think that'd be good. So energizing heal. Is that like one that's a good Pictos? Energizing heal is down here. It's not incredible, but it's pretty good. Okay. And let's leave 1 slot open for mastering. So, 1 slot for mastering. Anything else? Having extra AP on the start of a fight is potentially good. It's not terrible. When healing an ally, also heal self for 50%. Your only heal for ally does heal herself, so it's not that big a deal. 2 shields when health falls below 50 is also interesting. Yeah. I think I'd maybe just give you an AP on battle start, so like an energizing start probably. Yeah, whichever energizing start costs the most. So energizing start would be like this one. That costs the most. And then give you something that we're learning. So like energizing parry probably. Wait, that's equipped by Mael. Revive 10 energy. Yeah. Okay. I'm not feeling great about that, but, you know. That's what we're going to do there. She still has Luminas to learn, but that's okay. Let's work on you next. So what does he need? I don't know. Maybe something that benefits across multiple hits. I don't kind of know what I'm looking for here. Let's see. I mean, energizing starts are obviously good for him as well. Something to get you going. Breaker, actually. Breaker is huge for you. Like, breaker is absolutely huge. Is it, like, low down or is it high up? Where's breaker? Somewhere in the middle? Yeah, okay, so breaker I think just has to be your thing. Okay. That's fine. I got distracted. Okay. You don't heal allies. Increased AP on a normal attack is fine. Let's see. Feebly marked. Base attack applies defenseless. Shields when you drop too low. Damage on stunned targets. Huh. Again, just try to see if any of these seem good. So up here, I guess the kind of stuff I like is maybe energizing attack. Yeah. Let's give you energizing attack for now. Energizing attack. Where is it? It's down here. Okay. Then, let's just give you something that's kind of good. Like increased counterattack damage. Sure. And then one empty slot for something we haven't yet finished, which would be... Like, okay, that's worked on by you, that's worked on by you. Empowering tin. There we go. Let's do that. That seems fine. Next. You already have breaker. What are we looking for here? Things that are good with breaking seem good. More base AP is always nice, actually. Maybe I just give her the other energizing start still. Energizing start. Yeah. Maybe something like that. Then energizing start another one. Maybe sorting by name would make sense here. Energizing start. Yeah, that one. Okay. Sort by level. And then you get one. Is there anything that's not learned yet? Oh, something there that wasn't learned. Oh, accidentally went off there. Something here that wasn't learned, right? Nope. Okay, this side. Yeah, okay, I don't think we have anything that's not learned yet. So let's go for... like, Dead Energy 1? Sure. That's fine. But Dead Energy 1 is actually probably better than Energizing Start 1. Just to work out what I'm doing here. Yeah, and then sort by alphabetical. Energizing Start 1. Cool. That's good. Next. We're going to look in here and figure out what you need. So, we're probably going to be hitting stun targets more than we were. So maybe stun boost is not bad as like a generic one to have. Healing an ally also applies rush. That's good. It's not healing tints that you're doing. On death, 4 AP to allies. Might actually be worth it. I know that we don't want to die, but it's actually pretty good. I'm kind of tempted to just take an energizing start as well, because the more we have at the start, the better. Perilous parry is maybe too much, but maybe the worst idea I've ever had. Okay. Increased counterattack damage, generally good. I can see other ones that we're gonna need. See, Den Energy. I could take Den Energy 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter. Let's take 1. And then maybe breaking shots? Sure. Something like that. Okay, so she's set up. Next. Let's do... I saw one down here that you definitely need. Someone do breaking, which wasn't... Okay. Maybe it's... so that's what I'm looking for. Interesting. Yeah, no, there we go. Breaking shot. One isn't actually here, though. I don't think I'm looking for it. I do want augmented counter, because I do counter a lot. I don't think it's there. Must be in support, maybe. That's fine. We'll just look for it. So it was something to do with braking that I was like, oh, we need that. I can't see it again, which is very... Oh, energizing brake. AP on braking. Yeah. Stun boost. Do more damage to stun targets. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, critical burn isn't the worst, because we can set up burn. And actually, crits are nice for us. Let's maybe do that with the intention that we will try and set up burn. Okay. And then here, well, it's still the same kind of stuff. Augmented counter you already have as default. I do quite like increased damage to stun targets. Let's see. Critical burn's nice. Oh, what about the one where when you die you give AP to everyone else? The death bomb. What was it? Death bomb. Death bomb. Or energizing death? No, energizing death, not death bomb. Very different. Apply powerful when falling below 50% is interesting. Yeah. I kind of like these. If we're going to drop lower in health, I guess that would make sense. Let's grab ourselves some dead energy as well. And then... I don't know. Staggering attack and breaking shots. There we go. Right. That is a complete redo of our build. Like, a complete redo. But we're not done yet, because we still need to go over here. And speak to this guy. Upgrades. So we have a ton of upgrades in here. Now, obviously, I could upgrade like these guys with more luminous, but you should see the problem I'm having with doing that is that actually we didn't need any more luminous. We were struggling to find things that were useful. So, yeah, I think I'm fine with that for now. Upgrade weapons. So this is equipped currently. Lance Room is equipped, and we have a lot of upgrade stuff for that. Let's continue upgrading this then. And now we're into, I don't have a lot of upgrade stuff. Do I want it though? Base attack gives 4 perfection. Perfection. It doesn't really matter, but the 100 power increase is like, it's hard to turn down. And then here, healing skills cost less AP. That's almost certainly good. Yes. That's just almost certainly incredible. So that's good. Right. Shoe powered up. And now, is that everything else? I think it might be everything else that we need to do here. Did I find another lost gestural?
What?
Nope. 3 of 9. Okay. That's fine there. Alright. Well, that took longer than I expected. I think what we should do here is we should finish up the camp stuff, and I'll maybe label this like a side episode. That might work.
That was sad.
Yeah.
You were sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking of Julie.
Julie?
And not just her, but... yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah. I do.
You want to spend time with SK? Of course. Yeah. Always.
She reminds me of someone.
Who? Mael?
Who? Mael?
No, I should have said the other one, because then we could have heard the name said out loud by one of the characters.
Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew CL.
CL! CL! Okay, fantastic. I've been saying it so wrong. People must be so mad. CL. CL.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
Well, you're the one. Well, you know what? Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Sometimes I feel like you know everyone.
Oh well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Well, if that's true, then Renoir's family talk has a lot more weird connotations.
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Yes. Just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it.
Huh?
You're so very wise.
Yep, Verso the Wise.
Yep. Verso the Wise.
Oh, great name. Oh, can I be Eskia the Great? No, wait. How about Eskia the Brave? Oh, no. Eskia the Great is better.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
Eske and Verso have fun talking to each other a bit more. Their bond grows. He leveled up. Alright. They talk a bit more nonsense before going back to the others. Hello.
How far up the mountain is Monoko Station? Will we see snow?
Not too high, but yeah. There's usually snow.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. There's no snow in Lumiere.
No, only in books and paintings. It's almost as mythical as Gestrels.
And just as fun. And sometimes just as deadly.
Oh. Really? My husband was obsessed with the idea of snow. I can't wait to see some.
That's interesting. First we've heard of a husband. You have to assume that that was in a previous Gommage, or maybe he's still in Lumiere. Huh.
That you will.
Although if he was, you wouldn't imagine that she would join. You want to spend time with CL? Yeah, let's do it. Verso approaches CL, who seems open to talking. My brain is cooked.
You seem less stressed than the others.
Is that your conclusion? After your extensive observation of our team?
Yes.
There must be better uses of your time than analysing our stress levels.
Well, it's important to understand your teammates.
Says the mysterious stranger who has yet to share much about himself.
Then consider this my attempt to be less mysterious.
Oh, is that what this is?
Well, I'll trade you a story for a story. Quite fair, I think. And I'm definitely saying it. You know why? Because I want to know his stories.
I'll trade you. A story for a story. Quite fair, I think.
Well, there are stories and then there are stories. You first then.
Something unusual then? Strange wonders and mysteries?
Something unusual then? Strange wonders and mysteries?
A bit impersonal, Not really how you get to know each other. I don't think that's worthy of a trade. No. Tell me something dark and melancholy and personal.
Ooh, going straight for the heavy stuff, huh?
If we're going to share, let's share.
Story for a story, right?
We'll see.
Verso and CL spend the next few minutes arguing whether CL should also share. CL continues to tease Verso, who remains evasive. Verso and CL's relationship grows a little bit. Relationship level increased. 1. They head back to the others. I just want to point out, as of right now, we have no idea what relationship level means. There's currently no purpose to this. We're simply just increasing a number.
How far up the map?
Not too high. Oh, right.
No.
And just as...
Oh, my husband.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if there was anything more. Hello.
Your oldest friend is a Gestrel.
Yes. We've been friends for as long as I can remember.
Gustav would have loved that.
Why? Because he liked Gestrels?
Because he liked the idea of friendships that could last decades. We don't get to enjoy such long friendships in Lumiere.
Let's spend some time with Lune. Lune intercepts Verso as he walks by the fire.
Why are you allying yourself with us?
Great question.
Not a lot of options out here, in case you hadn't noticed.
Terrible answer. It's obviously untrue, because if he's been here since Expedition Zero, in no way does he need these guys' help.
What about the previous expeditioners? Did you help them too? Yet they still failed.
That's a terrible way to ask questions. Do you always interrogate people like this?
Given the circumstances, I think we can skip the pleasantries, no?
Alliances are usually give and take, as are conversations. Trust goes both ways, no?
All right then. As a gesture of good faith, I'll show you how to use Lumina.
No need. I got it.
Well, aren't you a quick study?
But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
Trust works both ways.
Alright.
All right. As a gesture of good faith, I'll answer 3 questions. Choose wisely.
Can I get more questions? That's a good first question.
Only 3.
That's a waste of your first question, Lune.
Someone's a bit greedy.
3 questions with 3 follow-ups.
You're really pushing this.
I think it's reasonable.
All right. Go for it.
Alright, Lune. It's your chance to prove yourself the most capable of all. Lune spends some time bombarding Verso with questions. Why, what is this? Why don't I get to hear the answers? Surely she has some good questions. Verso remains evasive, which pisses Lune off, but also triggers her insatiable sense of curiosity. Lune is reluctantly intrigued, as is Verso. Complete nonsense. Absolutely nothing from that. Okay, when the interrogation is over, they go back to the others. We didn't even get to hear like the questions or answers. That's the only bit of that was like super interesting. All right.
Your oldest friend,
Yes.
Gustav.
Why?
Because we don't get to...
I know that we already heard them, but as people have said before, sometimes there's more dialogue.
How come Minoko lives so far from the other Gestrels?
Minoko's a searcher. They travel the land looking for Gestrels who went missing after the fracture.
That implies that there were Gestrels before the fracture.
The lost Gestrels.
Yeah. That and he, pissed off Golgra.
How come
Minoko...
the lost...
Yeah.
No chance to raise relationship with Mel. Alright.
That was sad.
Yeah.
You were thinking
I'm not just that.
one.
Yeah.
Now, Julie, that's interesting. You know where we've seen the name Julie before? Because I know where we've seen the name Julie before. Yep. I know where we've seen the name Julie before. Okay. Let's do this. Let's write in the journal. Mel finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She gathers her courage and writes about Gustav's sacrifice, how he laid the trail. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Check up on the others. Another scene. Mel quietly approaches Lune, wanting to apologize for her behavior on her way to bury Gustav.
Hey,
Hey,
I didn't mean...
It's fine.
I just...
I miss him too.
It's hard.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me. When I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going. To make sure I continue.
Lune,
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost. Walking with me. Especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness. And they help me.
Now that's interesting. When she uses chroma, she feels closer to them. Does she actually have a connection, or is it all inside her head? If she actually has a connection, it's related to her use of chroma. That opens a whole new section of questions that I don't even want to get into yet. Like, it's basically how chroma functions, but I don't think that's important yet. I don't even know if it's ever going to be important, but I feel like it's just the edge. It's just showing you the edge of a interesting topic.
you feel Gustav.
Yeah, I do.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
Oh, so that works. Now, is that inside Mel's head, or is it actually something that you can do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Really?
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
Mel and Lune spend more time together in a moment that was special for both of them. Interesting. So everything we do at camp, by the way, now appears to be from Mel's perspective, right? The journal, the conversation. This was all Gustav's stuff before, and this has been passed to her, which is definitely interesting because camp activities have been passed to Verso. Apart from that. Okay. Oh, there's more? Okay. Let's see if it continues being true. Is that a journal? Is that Lune's reading a journal, or... Oh, it's these
What are
two.
you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical. But part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the Paintress woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
That was nice. It gave a little bit of a spotlight to characters that haven't yet had as much, right? Like, up until now, Luna and Ciel have both been parts of either Gustav or Mel's story, right? They haven't been doing their, like, they haven't had their own story. Like, they've been big parts, but they are effectively part of someone else's. That's interesting. Also, that's a good point on the fact that they were still expecting the previous expedition to potentially have succeeded. Like, that could explain a little bit of the extra hope that Gustav and Sophie had in the first part at the port. There was still a chance that the previous expedition had succeeded. There was still a chance everything had been stopped, but obviously it hadn't. Well, let's go to sleep. Ooh, another scene.
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. We've buried friends there too. You were right. About condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just we're
Drowning in our own sadness. Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the Gommage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
out here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Escape. Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustav and the others, they really want to change things.
Well, changing your life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? It'll drain you fast.
Gustav would probably say, if more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
He sounds like a good guy.
Wait. I kept Gustav's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I gotta say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
Thank you.
Relationship level increased. Okay, so we do get relationship with her, but you can get relationship through mandatory scenes. Now I'm wondering whether this was meant to be the first relationship level you got, and whether they're going to tell us what this means. Let's see. Will it tell us what it means? Absolutely not. No. Why would we need to know what the relationship level means? Well, I think this is where we're going to end the episode. I'll probably put the previous one as, or this episode here as like a camp episode, and then I'll number the next one. But yeah, just so that people understand that the first 40 minutes are going to be builds, but a chance to try our build next time. So yeah. Oh, that is a large version of that mine one. Huh. Also, where are we on the map? Wow. Okay, there's still quite a lot to go till the monolith as well. Also, random caves that we can see? That's weird. Okay. There's Minoko Station. Also, we have no way back currently, right? Because we have no way to get past these water barriers. So the only way back is to go all the way through main gate. Which obviously we don't want to do. So, let's see if I can get the camera to work with me here. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
S'en va.